ready to go.
Got it all more cited there?
I got, yeah, I've got a list.
Yes.
That-
Let me just
So it's
pull
all
that
ready to
stuff
go.
out.
Nice.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I figure if we get some half decent weather,
Nothing around.
I'll take a ride down and
Thank you.
pump a few rounds through it.
Yeah, a fresh copy.
I'm loud enough about
Of course, we are live, so is everyone ready to do just the policy, the Zoom policy? Everyone good to go? All right, so we'll call to order the public hearing for the Zoom policy. I did not bring my copy, I had to go out of the house, but I've reviewed it. Everyone reviewed the one they had from last time, and everyone was good with it. Is everyone good with the policy that was done?
Pretty much the same as everybody else,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this a state mandate?
And what's
That
that?
you have to have the public hearing, yeah.
No, not a public
To
hearing.
have the
This
Zoom,
is-
the
yeah.
policy?
No, you don't have to do Zoom. If you want to do Zoom, you have to go through the,
You do have to have a policy if you're gonna do Zoom meetings, yes.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you can't let people participate through Zoom, at the town meeting annual. But you can have them participate in meetings, like, if they, like, again, if someone was in another state, one of us, and you still wanted to participate, you have to have a policy for this.
My question is the state mandated?
that we have to have a Zoom policy?
Yes.
Only if we want to have Zoom.
Okay, so if we don't want to have Zoom.
If we don't want to have Zoom, we don't need a policy, we don't have to do it.
Okay.
Which, I'm all for not having Zoom, but
Is it a town policy?
In what sense?
mandating it, no.
No.
If you want it,
There's only one person that's used it.
pretty much.
Right, but like, for instance, if someone got sick and they were hospitalized and they still wanted to participate because this is their thing, this is their option to do.
The problem that we've been having with the Zoom is if you want to do it properly, you have to provide all the information online to anybody who wants to participate.
Mhm.
And we're gonna have the other organizations that I belong to have a tough time getting it out there. So are we doing it legally by not putting it out there? Probably not.
In what sense?
You have to, like, this has to be available online. This has to be available
Right,
online.
which can be done
You can,
easily.
but you have to do it.
Yeah, which can still be done too.
And the other organizations, you have to find somebody that's gonna do it. And if you're willing to do it, that's fine.
I'm willing to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's not a problem.
But if you do it, everything that's available at the meeting has to be available
Right,
online
and
also.
I did speak to the town manager and, because I did mention it to stuff, and I think one of the things that is happening is they are figuring out the format, so all documents for all meetings will be fed through the Zoom mode. So that the people can see it, because like Biddeford does it, where like when they're doing their meetings, the meeting's on this screen and the documents are talking about on the screen. So that is the ultimate goal in general, I think, for all meetings.
I was exposed to COVID from another member in town, and we had a budget meeting that exact same day. So I joined via Zoom, in order to move the budgets forward,
Yeah, I remember that.
and that was helpful then.
Mhm.
Just as an example.
I don't have a problem with it, it's, in order to do it properly, you've gotta do it properly, and that's,
And I'm willing to do the documents if that's your concern
Yeah.
for this board.
because that's part of the requirement. I know we've had meetings on other groups that I've been with, and we haven't put it all online. And nobody complains, I mean, as long as nobody complains, it's not a problem.
I'm not in favor of it.
Well, I make a motion that we don't have Zoom, that we don't do Zoom.
I would make a motion if we do not have Zoom.
I'll second it.
Discussion? I would prefer we had Zoom. I think it's a great thing for the public and I'm in favor of the technology.
The
so.
reason I think that we shouldn't have it is before COVID, everything was fine. We get COVID, and then we get all this electronic stuff. We get all these people who want to hide behind the keyboard rather than come out. There are so many people who get in and hack this thing that you can't control it. So I think that it's enough.
With the Zoom, I mean, my company, previous company did this, we had a technology part of my business that I ran. One of the things with Zoom is that, yes, they can have, the rooms can be locked down, you can do it by invite, if that's the way you want to do it, and still allowing it. You can also allow it so that people cannot comment and cannot come on screen and turn off the cameras. There's multiple ways to control Zoom. There's also ways that you have to force them to turn their camera on. So they can't hide behind the keyboard and they are seen and they are not able to hide behind the technology due to nefarious. So there are ways that it can be done to protect the town and the public as well. There's ways to make sure it's very transparent. It happens every day in the legal world. So, I mean, they're still Zooming, doing depositions. So it is very easy to do and put those structures in place.
Michelle, do we really need Zoom as long as we have a quorum of the members of the budget committee meeting, at a meeting? Tonight, for instance, we have one person who was out, but she's gonna watch it probably on YouTube. So she's still gonna get the information, but we're not necessarily voting on anything other than the Zoom thing tonight, right? I mean, I don't have an agenda, so.
No, I mean, I guess for me, it's like we just never know what happens in life. So it's not harmful to have it. I mean, like I said, if we don't have anyone participate by Zoom, then there's nothing to worry about. The policy is there though. If, say you broke your leg, you got hit by the bear truck, I wound up in the hospital with a brain tumor and Dave's in Florida for the year. We can still host our meetings if I'm mentally capable. You just don't know what happens with life. If my son got severely ill or someone had a family member that got ill or wound up breaking a leg, they should still be able to participate, and I want to know. And I could with my son via Zoom.
I guess my question then is, if I got hit by the beer truck and you got into an accident, ended up in the hospital, Dave, for some reason, would we even Zoom?
I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't be Zooming.
I wouldn't know the first
I
thing.
mean-
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to get on.
And I wouldn't know how to get on from.
I think it's a good policy. If, again, it's
Yeah.
I guess at this point we can take the vote, because I think I know which way y'all are heading, so it doesn't really matter what I have to say.
Yeah.
So all in favor of the motion not to have Zoom? All those against? All right. Public hearing's over. We'll switch to Zoom to our meeting.
I think we could revisit it if it came up.